Hi everyone, my name is Faye and I live in Mongolia. So if you haven't seen my previous videos, I moved to Mongolia in September of 2024. And so it's officially been 9 months since I've been here and it's also officially spring. So I wanted to share how I survived the winter in the coldest capital city of the world. So stay tuned for some insider tips. Okay, so first I want to say to survive the winter in Mongolia, especially if you're from a humid climate like I am from East Coast USA, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. So basically my survival has involved like having these like 16 and 18 fluid ounce bottles constantly full of water. I've even had an emergency. Um, 4.5-liter bottle of water that I've been refilling since moving here. No, it's plastic. I hate that too, but it's for emergency situations, just in case the power is shut off and I need water to survive the day. I also have a hiking backpack that I keep full with about 2.7 liters of water, so that's been amazing too for when I go out for hikes, for sports clubs, so that's been great to have. I also have a humidifier over here that I keep running throughout the day. It just gets so dry in here. So you see, I bought this from State Department store for about it was under 100K. I got the cheapest one, so maybe like 60 um 69K in local currency. So it's under $30 from doing the math correctly. Yeah. Yeah, but hydration has been key. And even for my hair, like I have to make sure I keep it moisturized throughout the week, condition it maybe 2 or 3 times a week, just so that's staying healthy as well. And then let's get into the wardrobe a bit. So for winter in Mongolia, I did buy quite a bit of things before moving here from the States. So there are a few things I wasn't sure I could get here, such as footwear. So I wanted to make sure that the sizing was available. So I went ahead and bought my lower boots over here. But basically, this is what I've worn for most of the winter, and these were new. I got them for when I moved here. If you see inside, not too much padding, but just like a good amount of thickness here. I wasn't actually sure the temperature these boots could withstand. I actually ended emailed several companies that claim to sell winter grade extreme winter boots just to find out, but they couldn't promise me anything. So I'm like, okay, these seem decent. I read some online reviews of people giving estimates of what temperatures it could withstand. I know for Mongolian winters, the coldest it gets is negative 30 degrees Celsius. The lowest I've heard was negative 40 degrees Celsius. This winter was pretty mild, so it only really got to the negative 20s. Negative 10s were pretty regular, but still quite much colder than I'm used to. So back home, it only gets to maybe single digits once or twice a winter. Yeah. So those boots, the lower boots, are what I wore for most of the winter, and I paired that with these wool compression socks that I just found online. They were maybe $12 for like three or four in a pack. And this, like just this by itself, like maybe for the colder days, I like paired it with these. I want to say they're cashmere socks that I got from Esveg Cashmere here in Mongolia. They were about 38K, and so I got a couple of those that, mostly I'd wear these indoors, but occasionally I paired them with the wool socks I just showed you. Yeah, but they're just like neutral tones. Um, Yeah, but those boots ended up being great for me. I also bought these, you know, even tougher like ski grade boots, which you'll see it has this extra layer of, let me see if I can pull it out. This extra layer of padding inside. Okay, I can't really pull it out, but you see it's like this whole other layer inside the boot. But I honestly never ended up even wearing these because it was such a mild winter. The low boots just got me through it just fine. The only time I wore it was actually to ski, and even that felt like a bit excessive. So I probably could have just worn my lower boots and been, well, they had boots there, so yeah, it was a bit excessive even for wearing it for a ski resort they have here. Sky Resort, just an hour outside the city. Yeah, check it out if you're ever in Ulaanbaatar. But back to the wardrobe. I stocked up on all things winter, warm winter pants and socks. So I got these like you'll see these thigh high. I want to say these are. Well, I got them from Gobi, which is the cashmere store. So let's say this is cashmere. I'm not good at identifying the different types, but this was. I checked the price tag. It was 110K thereabout. So a bit pricier, but this is like the top cashmere store here, and I absolutely love these. I've worn them under stockings throughout the winter when I wanted to like wear a skirt some days or yeah, so that was just lovely and super warm. Definitely gonna take these home with me and make use of them. Um, under warm underpants definitely needed. I got these 100% wool pants from I want to say I got it from Dunjingarav Market, which is near Sunday Plaza, a few minutes south of Sunday Plaza. And yeah, I found these a bit later in the winter, so I didn't use them as much as I did these these are these I got from SVEG as well. These are just they're thinner, but nice for indoor wear to stay warm. I don't remember the price for these, but I will say since it's SVEG, it was probably under 100K. It's I think it's like the fourth best cashmere store, if I remember correctly, for what people have said. And then my heavy hitters for the winter, like if I wanted to go out without, like, it was like maybe negative 25 degrees Celsius outside, I would bring out these leggings. Were a bit short on me, but with the padding you'll see inside here, really great for the winter. Like I could honestly just wear these for the negative 10 degrees Celsius days and be fine. But for anything colder than that, I'd wear these and then some pants over that. And then, yeah, it's ready to go about my day. Ah, yes, gloves. So I got these cashmere gloves from Gobi. And yeah, these I wore for like the 10 degrees Celsius days. Anything colder, I'd wear these under another pair of gloves. Um, These I wore more for the fall or when it was closer to the single digit degrees Celsius. So not very thick at all, but just some good coverage. And then these are a slightly thicker pair of gloves. You'll see. Honestly, I wasn't too impressed with the gloves I found. Like I definitely could have found some warmer ones. I had a thicker pair of gloves that I wore most of the winter. I recently lost them as the winter ended. I was like taking the bus and just left it on the bus. So yeah, my loss. But again, they weren't the best pair of gloves. Like I survived, but I could have found warmer ones for sure. Um, Headwear, other accessories. So I bought these hats, silk lined, of course, just online shop. Back home, I had them in this color and also in like a burnt orange, which was really nice. Um, I bought this scarf from Gobi. It was on sale for maybe 100K. Yeah, but ended at 100% cashmere. I ended up not wearing it a ton. I'm not really. into scarves that much. I wore it like mostly as like an accessory rather than for warmth, but it's cute. Maybe I just don't have the neck for this type of accessory. Ah, yes, and then thermal tank tops. I didn't even know they made thermal tank tops. I found this like right when I got here in fall, just at a random shop in a department store. But yeah, that's the undergarments. Sweaters, I feel like sweaters you could just buy from anywhere. You don't need to go to the best store from them, just any small store would do. I don't actually have any out right now, but I'll go grab really quick and show you kind of what I was wearing mostly. But so this sweater, I really love the color and everything. I got this from Sunday Plaza, like closer to the end of winter, so I didn't wear this for winter, but it's been nice kind of throw over, wear to work, wear to work kind of thing. This was a more expensive item I got before I knew where all the more affordable stores were. So this is from Unbogged Cashmere store. I kind of shrunk it, but I still really like the design and everything. This was like way too much money. Like honestly, I shouldn't have bought it, but I really loved it, the style of it. Yeah, but it was like I want to say, sadly embarrassed to say it was like 600K, and that was like basically my whole budget for clothes that day. Yeah. What else? Yeah, but that was a favorite. This is a favorite. I also got it from like the same Ulaanbaatar department store that I got that Han bogged one from. So this is a favorite. Like, I actually wore this to like a movie shoot recently. It says it's Zara. Wow. Yeah, I didn't even know it was Zara, but yeah, this is like super warm. Like I got it because I'm like, oh, this feels like this could get me through the winter, and it did. It was perfect. So yeah. Yeah, but those were the sweaters. Like again, you could kind of get sweaters from anywhere. Like definitely I focused on warmth for one, but also style as well. Like I will say Mongolians have really exquisite style. Like yeah, it's just really good taste and everything. So it's been fun shopping here. Jackets, so let me stand up for this one. I have this hoodless jacket that I got from Sunday Plaza. Again, favorite place of mine. I go there a lot. I like the service there as well. Really good deal. So this was around 100K, which I think is like an average price for a jacket. Yeah, it has, yeah, it's like pretty thick. It has like interior pockets. These pockets I like, they have the snap on them, which is good for like safety. If you want to have something in your pockets, just hasn't happened to me, but you're supposed to be careful of pickpockets here. So yeah, this has been nice. I paired this because it doesn't have a hood with just the hats that I got. So this together just was good for like a mild winter day. Um, Anything colder than like 10 degrees, 0 degrees, I wouldn't wear this. I'd wear my heavy hitter. I'll show you over here. I actually bought this from the US. So this is like goose down, like it says sustainably sourced goose down. This coat actually came with a temperature rating as to how cold it could sustain, and I think it said -20 degrees Fahrenheit, possibly -40. You see, like the stats here it says waterproof, windproof. Yeah, designed in Canada, so you know they're really good with their cold wear there. Yeah, but this has been amazing. I haven't really needed this. Like this felt excessive for the winter. Like there was just a few days where this was nice to have. When I went to Huskell Lake for the ice festival, this is what I was wearing. Also when I went to Harhoren, the ancient 13th century site of Ulaanbaatar, well, the capital city of Mongolia. This was nice to have. Yeah, so just for like the rare times where I was going somewhere extremely cold, this was good. If it was like, I don't know, snowy, windy, and cold, would bring out this guy. But overall, I'd say this is like a good jacket to have, but I got it from Aritzia, so a bit pricey, but definitely worth the investment. Um, yeah, what else? Oh yes, cannot forget a mask for the winter. So I got this from Michelle construction store in hmm, southwest part of the city. So I've taken a bus there a couple of times. I got my bed from the other stores there, but basically it's just this whole expo where there's a bunch of different shops for things. But yeah, just this is a FFP2 mask, which I think is like a UK standard or EU standard. And this box came with it says 30, so like 20. I think it was 20. I still haven't used my full stash, but I got two boxes of these. I've been wearing these throughout the winter. They've been pretty good to wear. The hard thing for me is like getting this over my hair because the elastic kind of gets stuck in my curls. But pair it again with this hat or like the scarves that I wear throughout the winter, and it's fine. But this is like an absolute must for the air pollution that is prevalent in the winter, on the outskirts of the city, in the Gare districts primarily. It's very common for people to burn coal just to survive the winter because they are living in traditional nomadic style houses called gears or yurts. So yeah, there's a lot of coal burning that goes on in the winter there. You could literally feel the pollution in the air, taste it if you're not wearing the mask. And so it's just very highly recommended to wear those. I actually had two different types of masks, but I used up all of my other type of mask. I believe I might have, let's see, one left in my winter coat here, but no, I don't see it. Okay, it's fine. But yeah, there were like two different types of masks I found at that construction store. Yeah. What else? Last but not least, also just as important as hydration, moisturization. So when I got to Mongolia, I found the lotion quality extremely lacking as a person of color, as a melanated person. Winter can be rough on, the hand crevices. I'm talking about these. Just even now, I'm like looking, I'm like, rough. But yeah, basically, like in the first week I moved here, which was still fall, I was scrambling to find lotion because just the dry air was just making everything look way more ashy than I'm ever used to seeing myself. So I lucked out. I found this small UK shop near where I live, near Sorrel Market. So near Soul Street, KFC kind of area, or Carrefour store on Soul Street. So in that area, there's a small by a mini Delgore, which is a supermarket chain here. I'll put the location in the comments, but there's like a UK shop that sells, get this, they sell Palmer's cocoa butter. I was like the happiest person ever. I'm like, they got cocoa butter here. Okay, I'm surviving for sure. So, yeah, that was amazing to find. And also found the Aveeno as well. This is, I've only seen it at the Good Price store chain, which is one of the pricier store chains that you see the name, you're like, okay, it's going to be expensive, but I still went in there because, your girl had needs and I knew there'd be foreign brands there. So lucked out, found the Aveeno, got two of these bad boys. They were about 100K each, which is a pricey, but honestly, I just bought those two bottles and I'm still using those two bottles and I've been like very generous with my usage of them. So definitely recommend checking that out to make sure you are fully hydrated, moisturized, and able to survive the winter as well. But yeah, those are my tips. Those are my haul. I can't really think of anything else that I did, but yeah, that's mainly it. And hope you will check out Mongolia. I think despite the air pollution, despite the cold, it is a fantastic place to explore. I did a good amount of exploring during the winter. Make sure you get out of the city and see the countryside. School Lake Ice Festival. I'll link the video in my comments to show you kind of how this year's February Ice Festival went. And yeah, there's also what the Eagle Festival. I didn't get to go this I think it was in March or February as well. But yeah, lots to check out here in the winter. So if you come prepared, try some of my tips, share some that maybe I didn't know that you had that helped you survive the winter here. And yeah, I hope you're more excited and informed about, Mongolia and live life in Ulaanbaatar. Thank you so much.